What is curiosity? Why is curiosity so vital to happiness? Or is it even vital to begin with? If I had to build a website about curiosity, if I had to build a website for the backbone of my YouTube channel, I would break it down into 5 components. So far in this YouTube channel, I've talked about curiosity as I've traveled the world. So I think the general perception might be that in order to be curious, you have to travel. But let's strip that travel component away, because curiosity isn't about traveling and exploring, but more so the basic characteristics that actually make you curious. So for example, you've seen some of my videos where I've approached strangers. And some of these videos were based in Germany or in Turkey. But the thing is that you don't need to be in these countries to talk to strangers. You can talk to strangers wherever. It could be at a Starbucks. It could be literally anywhere. The thing is that when we're talking to the same groups of people every single day, we're incrementally checking out. We're not having our brain stimulated with different, fresh, new ideas. So something interesting happens when you meet someone for the first time, which is you're actually listening to them fully and trying to understand them. So that's when your gears start turning and you start realizing there's other perspectives, and that's when you get the curiosity going. This brings me to my next point. Another simple way to cultivate curiosity is by asking questions. I really do believe that we don't ask enough questions in our day-to-day life. And not on questions on complex, complicated things, but questions on very simple things that we forget. For example, like, why is everyone right-handed in this world? Or why do we love eating breakfast? Or why do we drink alcohol? See, asking these questions won't profoundly change your brain or ignite that curiosity right away, but it will get your brain moving towards the right direction. And here's another suggestion that might not be popular for a lot of people, which is reading the news from the opposite political standing. So yeah, before you put the thumbs down button because I said the word politics, hear me out for a second. So when you're hearing and reading the story from 2 different political standings and 2 different news outlets, what you start to notice and recognize is that both of these outlets are sharing the same truths and both of these outlets are sharing the same lies. And this is where you start to formulate your own opinion on that topic, and it also forces you to ask and seek the questions and answers yourself. Which leads me to another point, which is going to events and going to meetups that are not usually in your scope. So if you're into like yoga, good, don't do yoga meetups. Don't go to yoga studios. Go instead to a CrossFit meetup. And if you're into gaming and playing, Fortnite all day, good, don't be playing video games all day. Instead, go to a knitting meetup. See, this idea goes back to what I was talking about earlier, which is like meeting different types of people is the fastest way to build empathy and a genuine curiosity to how the world works and how, more importantly, people interact. I think the last way to jumpstart your curiosity is to find another way to make money. So this might be a little right field in terms of mindset, but think about it. Like most of us are actually focused on getting a job, right? So we're focused on just making one source of money. And that means that we have a certain skill set to make that happen. But if you start asking yourselves how do I make another source of income? You start to interact with different types of people, maybe even incorporating other types of skill sets to get to a point where you're generating another source of income. But the short, condensed version of this is that if you don't actually want to make another source of income, the lesson here is that go outside your comfort zone. That's essentially what I'm trying to get at. That's essentially what I'm trying to get at with all 5 of these points, which is the fact that the fastest way to create curiosity isn't to travel to different cultures and different countries really far away from your town, but rather focus on just what you can do in your current location, what you can do with your current mindset, because I think that's where it starts. And if I ever had to build a website, this is the topics that I would put on there. I hope you guys enjoyed that animation. I hope you guys enjoyed the whole story of this. Fun fact, this is actually my second to last video in my traveling. I'm actually going home next week. And this is my first time going back to the United States in 11 months. And I'm actually transitioning into a phase of wanting to settle down in a different city instead of constantly moving around. So this was kind of a video for the future Herschel Patel, and just for anyone who might be interested in how do you jumpstart your curiosity. And it's, to be honest, it isn't about traveling. It really isn't. It's about shifting your headspace and looking at your current environment and asking yourself, why is this happening? Why is this happening? How can I make this different? And what can I run with? What can I do to meet different types of people? Because all of these things ultimately are the backbone and the igniter of curiosity. So if you guys can hear the train, there's a train track literally 2 blocks away from here. I'm making a video about this next week, about the same thing. It's kind of crazy. It interrupts my filming all the time. I'm running with it this time, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.